Hey, this is Ricky, live on YouTube at Real Talk Chimp. That's RealTalkChimp. This is a new project. And we got some audio. This is a new project. Holy monkey. Okay, this is a new project. This will be part one of a paint by numbers kit from numberartist.com called Adventure of a Lifetime, which is based off of a Coldplay song from 2015. It's a procedurally generated art piece, and we're going to do an unboxing as well as a tutorial, as well as the tools such that need to be used in order to paint such a picture. And yeah, we're going to start right now. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll get down to shenaniganery in just a moment. This is Adventure of a Lifetime. It is item number 50-40-LZ10169, and it depicts 4 adult chimpanzees dancing with the jungle behind them. It is obviously fantasy realism. So we'll crack open this box right here and see what we get. Get all the cellophane out. Cellophane. It says open. Remember, most of these kits are chimpanzee proof, which is ironic since we're going to be painting chimpanzees. Your artistic adventure begins here. Thank you for choosing Number Artist. Relax, express yourself, and bring your masterpiece to life, one stroke at a time. Happy painting. All right, so we got, I guess we didn't need that. That was the thank you card that just hit the ground. So since we, so basically we had 12 paintings total, I think, yeah. And this is the 12th one, just like the model kit that I built was the 12th one. So I paid extra for this framed image. I believe it's a total of 26 paints. It looks like 25, but we'll see. We also got another one of these markers that blocks out the black lines or the black numbers. So it's a white acrylic marker. Let's see. Figure out how we get into this. Chimpanzee proof. Oh, and it's also framed as well. And it's big canvas, but instead of it being vertical, it will be horizontal. Okay, looks like the N is over here. It is a first day with new human hands, so bear with me. I'm going to open things. Okay, well, I'm going to rip it all open, but fine. It feels like a birthday present. I like it's very nicely wrapped up. Okay. So we get the thank you card again. Thank you for purchase. This also has basic instructions, step-by-step guide. Dip your brush. Submerge du cepillo. Tempas votre. I can't read any of those other languages. Paint within the lines. Let it dry. Keep your paint sealed. While you're not using your paint, keep the lid closed to prevent it from drying out. That way you'll make sure your paint stays fresh and new. Avoid overloading the brush. Putting too much paint on your brush can decrease its precision and increase the risk of making a mistake. Lightly dipping your brush into the paint is the way to go. Use natural light. Painting in natural light can make a big difference in how well you see the colors. Set up near a window or use a daylight lamp to make sure the colors stand out and are easy to distinguish. This will help you create a more accurate and vibrant painting. And pretty much what those pages say. What's included? Number linen canvas, the main thing. The reference sheet. This is the reference sheet right here. In case you paint over a number or you get lost somewhere, you can look for it on the reference sheet. You get a color guide, which is inside here. That's your reference guide. You get a set of 6 brushes, 2 of each of the same kind, 2 thin, 2 medium, and 2 heavy. And numbered paint case. So you get all these paint pods, and they are numbered, but you're going to add some numbers to the top so it's easier to find. So that's everything included inside this critter. So we're going to take this, we're going to fold it up like an accordion. This is just the way I do it. You can do it any way you want. Just makes it easier when looking for numbers if it's in like quadrants, I guess. The elusive Sammy was here for the moment. He has disappeared. He is demanding that I open the door for him. Charlton? Hey, Charlton. Hey, Jaws. All right, so we'll take our reference sheet and put it over here. We'll get into our paint set here. Also, it came with a premium brush set, but I paid for these. I have like 3 of these now, and they're a lot better. They last a lot longer than these temporary paint brushes. Okay. Garbage. So it looks like this goes up to 25, but we have several of the same in here. We have 1, 2, 3 number 9s. So it doesn't go up to 25. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's 2 16s. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So yeah, it goes up to 25, but it does have extras. Here's the numbers. We're going to be putting that stuff together. Here's our reference guide. And this painting will end our season of painting before I decide if I want to continue. Oh, knocking things down. Knocking things down is my part cat behavior that I have. Cats like knocking things down, right? So, because I am human hybrid chimpanzee, I have a tendency of knocking things down. I guess it's just the primate in me. It's like it has glow in the dark on it or something. It's glow in the dark stuff here. That's crazy. I don't know if it actually works. We could try it later. Okay. So let's get ourselves situated here. But you got Painty McPainter brushes. Got these numbers we're going to add on here. We'll do all that fun stuff. Let's see. Yeah, I can't really find a way to set this to horizontal. That would be lovely to set this orientation to horizontal. I can try it. Let's see what happens. Nope. Operation is locked. Rotate device back. Son of a motherfucker. How about letting me zoom out? How about that for a start? That would be cool. Rotten son of a monkey lover. Mrs. Punkapoo. Hopefully the air conditioning will kick back on. Number remover marker, a guide. Before painting, gently cover the numbers you don't want showing. Give it a moment to dry. The outlines will still guide you. Paint as usual. The numbers stay hidden. That's the guide for this critter right here. Okay. As sassy as it is. Let's back everything up a little bit here. Okay. Let's get this fella over. Son of a mother father. There we go. All right, we have our reference guide over here. We'll put it over here. We have our two little Painty McPainter 10 markers if we need them. We have our magnifying glass if we need it. We have our paper towels to dry off our paintbrushes. We have our spectacles in case we go blind. We have our professional or our premium brushes in case we need them. And then we have the brushes that they gave us. So you have 2 fine line, 2 medium, and 2 kind of wide bristles. So that's 6 total. We have our sassy little gloves here so we don't get paint all over ourselves, as we obviously do quite often. Those are perfect. They work great because I am known for being the finger painting chimp, made famous by all the videos who have been stolen about me finger painting things. Okay. Don't let this subscribe to @RealTalkChimp kind of sublime you into subliminal. But if you want to, go for it. All right, so we're gonna kick back and chat a little while we stick little numbers on our doohickers, our paint pods. So, how was your weekend? Did you do anything sassy? Did you paint a picture? Did you build a model? Did you visit a zoo? Did monkeys throw poop at you? So these are all staggered, just so you know. So pay attention when you're putting these little numbers on these paint pods, because they're staggered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but since some of them are doubled up, you may put a number by mistake. That is a 6, 7. Did you make a friend? Did you turn your living room into feng shui? Okay, here we come up to the 9s. We have multiple 9s here, which means we're going to be painting a lot of this color. 1, 2, and 3 paint pods of number 9s. So let's skip all those and put a number 10 here. Did you type up a letter? Did you pay a bill? Did you use a payphone? I don't mean like, just putting your card into your phone. I mean actually find payphones on the street, if they still exist. Did you open up a photo album? And I don't mean the gallery on your phone. I mean an actual photo album. I know that's a trick question for you Gen Zers out there. Photo album. What's a photo album? Did you fax something to a neighbor? 2 number 16, so we'll skip to number 17. Did you see a ghost? How about a UFO? Did you do anything exciting since the last time I saw you, or heard you, or spoke to you, or spoke through you? 21, got 22 over here. Boy, you're fun to talk to. You are witty, and you explain everything to me. There's 23. Feel like I'm being punked. I can't pick up the 23 here. Stuck to the phalange. Oh Lord. Come on. $24. The order of these numbers make no sense. We've already figured that out. Why don't they put all the light colors together? They don't. Okay, all right. Son of a mother, father, sister, and brother. All right, there's all your paint sets. Get us some new gloves. And then we'll show you some sassy tools. Remember, besides shenaniganery being our middle name, so is sassy. You don't mean to be sassy, it just happens. Okay. We have our water to clean our brushes because these are acrylic paints. These are not oils. They are not watercolors. They are acrylic paint, so we have water to thin out the paint as well as clean the paint. Then we use paper towels to dry off our paint brushes. If our paint brushes, the brushes itself start to go awry, like their little hairs start to go awry, we have little nose trimmers that I use to trim the paint brushes, the little hairs, so that I can get paintbrush to be straight and not all over the place. If you have one hair out of place on your paintbrushes, then it'll drag and you'll end up painting outside the line. So we're going to take us a medium, we're going to take us a large, and then we're going to take us a small. They have little plastic covers on them, except for the big ones they don't, but the other ones do. So we'll keep them covered, put them away in case we break or need them. We'll inspect our brushes to make sure that they're true. In case they need to be trimmed, we will trim them. They're soft and they haven't been hardened up. This one is a little wonky. Okay. See, that one has some stray brushes, some stray little hairs on top, so we're going to take our little scissors. Give it a little haircut. Okay, here are our paint pods, 1 through 25. We're going to start painting. Look for the ones, flipping everyone the bird, but it's just the jungle highlight in the background. They're all dancing. There was a short video that I uploaded. In fact, if we go over here, I don't want to play the song because of the copyright strike, but let's go over to shorts right here and we'll watch a cute little video. I think I can play it for a little bit. So yeah, I uploaded this short video that I'd taken parts of the actual video of Adventure of a Lifetime from Coldplay back in, I think it's 2005 or 2015. And this is basically what this is gonna be, these 4 chimpanzees. So, yeah. That's the thumbnail that I used right here. So let's join it. Got a little bit of a delay on there. A little bit of a delay. Okay, let's get cracking. It's a little warm in this house, but it is what it is. We're starting with a number 1, which is not a white. It looks like a peach. So it looks like it's going to be parts of their muzzles. So yeah, like a sort of like a peach white. So it looks like the highlight, extreme highlight in their faces. Okay. So number 1 right out of the gate, we'll start over here. This paintbrush needs to be trimmed again because it's a little bit wonky. Let's just wash it off here and try it again. It's got some sharp points. Oh, we just went over the line here. There's a few tricky spots in here. Straight up into the face. I generally don't do portraits. Luckily, these are, well, chimpanzees are, you might as well say they're humans. Just hairier humans. We've seen hairy guys before. Maybe the grizzly bears. No. They're chimpanzees. And these guys really aren't hairy like a human. They've got fur. They don't have any fur on their knuckles. I don't have any fur on my knuckles. They have some fur on their face. I have some fur on my face. Chimpanzees are 99% same as a human being. course, if you're a Bible thumper, you don't believe that for a second. That's fine. Bible thumpers have their own perspective and prerogative. It's their thing. Okay. It'll be a lot easier to see what I'm doing once I start putting some dark around it. Careful, you got a 22 at the end there, 20. I don't know what that number is, I just painted over it. Looks like a 13. Sammy, there's a critter flying above me. That's a 23 that I just painted over. Or is it a 16? I really don't know. I can't tell anymore. I painted over it. All right, let's see if we can find any more number ones. Here's another. Okay, this number one's way too small to paint with a medium brush. So we're going to try with a thinner brush here. Keep that one there until I need it. Another highlight up here. So comments, suggestions, general chat is appreciated. If you have an idea of something that I should paint next, otherwise I was probably going to just take a break. Maybe go back to live streaming video games for a little bit. I haven't 100% decided. Wendy Thumb says, like watching paint dry. Is that a question or that's what you like? I love watching paint dry. I like watching grass grow. Brendan T8Q, hi, I'm new here. Well, hello there. Hello, Brendan. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. Oh, didn't quite finish this one here. Let's paint these here. But I assure you, if you're just joining me, this is what I am working on. Yes, those are chimpanzees dancing. I figured what a wonderful series finale, painting a bunch of my own brothers. You can't have a chimp and Real Talk Chimp without enjoying chimpanzees. So when I saw this in the numberartist.com website, I said, oh yeah, sold, don't even care. Hook a brother up. So I ordered the one, largest canvas size, and the difficulty is pretty much, say, 4 stars for difficulty, and because it's rare to see chimpanzees actually dance, which it is possible. Chimpanzees will dance if you put music in their enclosure or out in the wilderness. They have been known to cut a rug, being human and all, you know. I mean, it's like primitive humans. If you were to find a group of primitive humans, could I paint a King Kong or Planet of the Apes? I mean, this is kind of like Planet of the Apes right here. A King Kong, if I could find a King Kong painting, or if I could freehand a King Kong, I absolutely 100% would paint a King Kong. Absolutely. I think that would be fantastic. Anything primate, anything ape, anything monkey, I will paint it. I would prefer that over pretty much almost anything else. Monkeys and apes are my cousins. They're my fam. We do have a lot of ones, but they're mostly out here, so I'm going to try to bend the phone so you can see what I'm doing. Sometimes I do rotate the canvas to make it easier for myself, because why not? I'm the guy painting it. I should be allowed to do whatever the heck I want, you would think. I don't sell these things. I don't make any money from them. I do them purely for hobby. So again, these are highlight colors here. This is the tricky one here. This is tricky. You've got a 22, 25, and 23. Super close to this one here. This is definitely, if you can see this image, this is still the muzzle of this chimpanzee. So would you say he's Caucasian because of this color? I don't know. Some chimpanzees are Caucasian, some are dark colored. They're different, just like there are human species, chimpanzee species as well. They're not all Caucasian. Just because they have the dark fur and they have the fair skin, it is no different than a human group. Okay. So let's see here. This is number 1 here. This is 24. 24 is like a peach color. Okay. Looking for these number 1. Here's a number. Okay, this one's way too thin. So I'm going to switch again to the thinner paintbrush here, because this line that I have to paint is super narrow. So this looks like part of this guy's knuckle, part of his hand. He's got a clenched fist. So this is the highlight right above his thumb. So he's sitting like this. So if you notice with my glove, it's black, but right above it, you see that kind of whitish highlight. It's that same similar kind of thing. So we know that the sunlight is coming from up here and shining down on these guys. So the light source is coming from the top down. If there was no light source, then these guys would be sitting in complete darkness. But in the painting, it does show a light source directly behind them, which I guess we could say is the sun going through the canopy of the trees. Or it could be like a campfire or something like that, and it's glowing behind them, and those highlights, yeah, are what I'm doing. Okay, so that one stops there. Let's see what else we have. Remember, you can always go back and do second coat once the first coat dries. Depending on temperature and airflow in wherever you're painting is going to determine how quickly your painting dries, so that you can go over and make a second coat. Plus, I always, once the painting's finished, I always go over and do a second coat over everything as well, just so you can see, so you don't see like the numbers like this one, number 1 shining through. I can tap some paint over the top of it so that number 1 disappears. Okay. Those are number 2. I hope you just yawned right now. All right, number 1 up here under this guy's knuckle. looking. There's a little tiny number 1 right here behind his ear. Okay, number 1s. Oh, we got number 1s up on this fist. So I'm going to rotate the canvas and get this guy's knuckle over here. So most people, when they paint these pictures on YouTube, they upload the content. They don't do it live because we know people don't sit and watch people paint. They'll go bananas, right? Especially with no music in the background. But what they do is they'll speed everything up, you know, so they'll take like a 10-hour painting, speed it up so that it fits the algorithm of YouTube, which is 30 minutes to 1 hour, hoping that you stay through the whole thing. This part 1 could last 3 to 4 hours, depending on how far I want to take this. Most of my paintings usually are finished within 10 to 15 hours, because I do let paint dry. And they end up being either part 1 through 3, or I've gone all the way up to a part 5 before. So, but it looks like a lot of these colors, like the 18s and the 25s, will be the thicker paintbrush, and we can, with the thicker paintbrush, we can certainly go over a lot quicker. Do I prefer King Kong films over Planet of the Apes films? Well, they're two totally different worlds. That's kind of like saying, do you like Green Lantern over, say, Deadpool? Well, we know Green Lantern is completely different than Deadpool. King Kong is a Godzilla size. They have a word for those big giant guys, monolith or whatever they call them, big giant. And they basically escape from custody. They don't want to be captured, right? They're taken away from their own place. And then they are set free like a Jurassic Park on the world. They don't mean to smash and destroy everything, but they're not meant to being in there. That's like, you know, taking a goldfish and putting it in a little container like this and never letting it grow to a koi fish, which will end up being 2 or 3 feet, and putting it back into a lake or something, right? Whereas Planet of the Apes are the indigenous population of a city, and soldiers go in to try to eradicate the city's population, so that's more of a war type of thing, right? Two totally different worlds, both equally, you know, if you're a chimpanzee lover or an ape lover, you're definitely going to stand up for the apes over the crazy humans taking over everything. But that's what happens in real life, so. Looks like the lobby of Popeyes. If you're a racist, it does, Roscoe. You're absolutely right. Okay. That wasn't too racist or anything. Now it made me hungry for Popeyes. But, you know, Popeye, there's something else. Popeye's chicken or Popeye's spinach? Which one don't you prefer? Okay. You're lucky I read everything that you guys type on here, because if I didn't, then what would be the point? Have I done a silverback gorilla? Let's rephrase that sentence. Have I painted a silverback gorilla? I'm trying to think. I've painted like an actual figurine of a silverback gorilla, like something you would put in a diorama. As far as a painting of a silverback gorilla, I can't remember. I think somewhere in my lifetime I tattooed a silverback gorilla on somebody's arm. That's quite possible, but as far as painting it on flat canvas, I can't remember. But yes, there have been so. In fact, the vehicle that I drive is called the Silverback Gorilla, which is frightening enough, I guess. Yeah. Where was I? Oh yeah, looking for number 1s on here. Looking, oh, we got a number 1 under our wrist. I don't know how you would see that, but it's like a highlight right off of here. Okay. Trying to see if I can find any more number ones. Without looking on the internet, Brandon, tell me what the 5 great apes are. One subscriber? What's up with that? You've got no videos on there. You need to get to work, sir, or madam, or... Okay. We are live streaming still, I hope, right? It says we're live streaming. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if I can see that. Waiting. No? Okay, hang on a second here. Let's close that. Reopen up YouTube. Okay. Hopefully that's it live. Okay, now you were good. That was pretty good. All right, so gorilla, orangutan, chimpanzee, gibbon, and human. Bonobo is just a type of ape. Bonobo is a type of chimpanzee. It's just a type of chimpanzee. So I believe there's a couple of different types of chimpanzees. Just like there's several different types of gibbon. So gibbon is a bipedal upright ape that swings with brachiation. They span their arms out and they swing. You were very close. That was very good. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. You need to throw human in there. Human is a primate. Again, in the non-biblical form, human is a primate. Like I said, a Bible thumper would disagree with you, but it's totally fine. And a gibbon is rarely, thrown in there, but the gibbon is tailless. So primates, which include monkeys and apes, but great apes are tailless. So if you think of all the tailless apes out there, human are tailless for the most part. It would be very rare for a great ape to have a tail, but it could be an anomaly, some type of hybrid. Little bitty one right there, but there's a 4 right next to it. Some 1s over here in this guy's arm. Now I'd be surprised if you can name all the monkey species. A lot of monkeys and apes are extinct as well, which is a real shame, and that's due to humans either eating them or destroying them or trying to capture them. They recently found a new species of monkey in the Amazon. It's not a new species, it's just another species of a colobus monkey. But it's still pretty neat to be able to, at least they're still looking around and finding these things. A mountain gorilla, yes. It's not the same as a silverback. So a silverback is considered an elderly ape. So when our father turns into our grandfather, starts having the silver hair and such, they would be considered the patriarch of our family, right? They're the elders of our family. The silverback is a nicer term for elder. So when his back starts going silver, he's not a different species. He's just called that because his back hair turns gray, pretty much. A mountain gorilla. So with gorillas, there's actually a couple of different, groups of gorillas as well. You have lowland gorillas, you have mountain gorillas, we have what is the word? Arboreous, arborella, We have gorillas that stay only in the trees and never come down. And certain primates will not come down, and that's through evolution of getting destroyed by a predator on the ground, so they stay in the trees. Arboreous, there's a word for it, I can't think of it at the moment. But silverback gorilla, yeah, that's just a guy with a silver back. A mountain gorilla, would be just like you think, just guys that live up in the mountains, your mountain men. And then the lowland gorillas, which would stay lower, not low to the ground, but I mean, they live in the low regions of, say, the jungles. So, yeah, mountain gorilla. Just because it has the gorilla part, that's the species, the gorilla. The mountain, the lowland, the silverback, those are just names. So you can have a human that lives up in the trees. You can have a human that lives in the desert, a human that lives in the mountains, right? Would you call him a mountain human? Why not? If he never comes out of the mountains, why not? It would be a mountain human, right? I think that's good. If you were a number one on this painting, where would you be? Since I can't seem to find any more. I know they're here. My eyes are not focusing. I see a bunch of 11s. Let's see here. Yeah, I used to be pretty good about being the Google of apes and monkeys. A Gigantopithecus, yes, well, not necessarily a gorilla, but like the Gigantopithecus was going back to your caveman type, right? So he would be what people today would consider a Bigfoot or a Sasquatch, would be if that somehow that species skipped and went ahead of evolution and stayed in our modern time. I can't remember if he's Pleistocene or what it's you said 100,000 years ago, so it's one of those caveman-y type things, but yes, he's an ape-like creature, right? A primate-like creature. He does not have a tail, and he's human-like, but his features are more ape. So after Gigantopithecus, Gigantopithecus is kind of like one of those things where he's a giant, right? A giant ape. There's a middle Pleistocene. Okay, that works. I used to know all these fun things. I'm trying to think of your human, what your human is called. Before your human, like the first species. Well, they're starting to find other species. First one was Lucy, was one of these ape-like humans that were found out in Africa that they were digging up, and Lucy was found. But now they're starting to find other humanoid type critters in other locations that shouldn't be there. And they're calling them whatever that is. It used to have a name, so I have a dementia-filled brain, so I don't remember a lot of things. It's broken now, unfortunately. But luckily we have the internet that'll be able to search things up instantly, if that's what we want to do, which is a shame. Plus the AI, I wonder what the AI says. The AI comes from human, but the AI learns on its own, right? What does the AI say about primates? Does it go towards biblical, theological, scientific? I don't know. Haven't tried that part yet. Okay, we got another loose hair here I need to cut out. Can a chimpanzee do this? Actually, it can. Chimpanzee been known to paint pictures. Some famous paintings that sold for millions of dollars that were made by chimpanzees and people didn't know. They were abstract art. They couldn't understand who could have possibly painted it. Was it Van Gogh? Was it Michelangelo? Was it Mr. Bisbee, the chimpanzee from the zoo? Who knows? Or was it a real talk chimp? Probably a real talk chimp. That's what I think. If I saw a 10-foot tall Gigantopithecus, I would definitely ask it for its autograph, 100%. But if I couldn't get its autograph, I would probably, if I had a camera, take a picture of it, sell that to the Smithsonian. Somebody in Gen Z would say it was AI. and that it was like CGI or something, but I don't know. I think that would be pretty slick. It would be very similar to seeing a Sasquatch. You know, everyone makes Sasquatch out to be such a bad guy, and if it's just a primate, first of all, it's not going to eat a human. Most primates are what? Leaf eaters, seed eaters. Only the bonobo that we know of is the one that actually cooks and eats meat. They actually know how to make fire, they make tools, and they cook their food. They learned it from humans, obviously, so. But most apes just eat the leaves and stuff, and they're on a pretty good fiber diet. So I wouldn't think that the guy would chase you down. He may thump his chest to make you go away in case it's guarding babies or something, just like a human. Wouldn't pick up a gun and start shooting at you that I'm aware of. You never know. You know? I mean, I think before I'd see Gigantopithecus, I'd see a megalodon. Then I would never go near the bathtub or water ever again. Because yeah, that would not be cool. That would ruin your whole day seeing a megalodon come up if you're in a fishing boat or something. A bite from, well, think about getting bit by your Chihuahua versus your German Shepherd. Probably gonna both hurt pretty bad. The Gigantopithecus, but it has no reason to bite you, first of all. Again, if it's a large ape, it's, you know, and if it's by itself, chances are it's not going to attack you. If it was in a group, a pack of Gigantopithecus, it may chase you down and thump you, but I don't see them being, I'd see them as gentle giants. Most of these people that have gone in with cameras to photograph gorillas, they weren't attacked by gorillas. You know, unless they were trying to break up a fight or something, they may get thumped and knocked over. They're not going to get eaten because, again, you know, gorillas and great apes don't normally, you know, eat. They may eat small birds and things like that, but they don't actually go after humans and eat humans. I think the only movie that made apes eat humans was it's a Michael Crichton one, Congo. If you've ever seen the movie Congo, it's about a talking chimpanzee. Well, they use like a brain device, and then the chimpanzee, well, most, you know, these chimps and apes have been taught sign language, right? But this one actually speaks through brain waves or something to its keeper, and they're sent out to the Congo to try to find out why these scientists were all killed. These groups of scientists keep getting killed. But in the process, they find gorillas had been killed as well, so they think maybe it's like this crazy tribe of humans that are going and killing the apes and then killing the scientists. I won't do the spoiler of who actually you find in the end. It's pretty interesting. Congo from Michael Crichton. The book is much better, but yeah. Megalodon, yeah. I don't like sharks. I mean, I know sharks have a purpose, just like spiders have a purpose in the world. I don't particularly like spiders, but I know they have a purpose. Sharks are what I call the pit bull of the sea. That's the best way I could put it. They're predators. They're hungry. They'll take out a seal, and I don't mean the seal that's armed like a Navy SEAL. I mean the little seal dogs, right? They'd say they go after orcas and stuff, which is kind of weird, but yeah, sharks and I don't get along, although I don't go diving all that much to go and actually look at them. I think I would stay far away that I could. But I know people that swim with sharks and have no problems whatsoever. So I guess if it's not hungry, it's probably not going to attack you. If it is hungry, then say goodbye. You're going to lose a leg or body part, or surfboard. Saltwater crocodile. The things that I see like in Florida, like the big alligators and the crocodiles and the crocotigers and whatever the heck they're called. Imagine how, anything like that's going to be freaky. I would try to stay away if I could. I particularly like breathing. It seems like a fun type of thing to do. So I would do my best to stay away from. I'd stay away from pit bulls, even though I owned a pit bull, and she was a sweetheart. So I guess it depends on the human that raises the dog, whether the dog's going to be violent or the dog's going to be a sweetheart. All right, I'm still looking for ones and I can't find. Oh, I lied. Oh, well, paintbrush dried up while we're talking here. So tigers are definitely scary, but not necessarily going to attack you unless they're hungry or you're messing with them. I guess that any animal will attack you if you're messing with them. A bee, you can go outside and walk through your garden, walk through everything. A bee won't attack you unless you mess with the bee or you try to get to its food source or whatever, you block its food source, it's going to attack you, right? Everything on the planet can turn violent, even human can turn violent on a dime, but it doesn't have to. So most of these things aren't going to attack you. So these guys that go in, these National Geographic cameramen and photographers and stuff, yeah, even a hippo, things like this, they are deadly if you get too close to them. But so is your Chihuahua, your little Pomeranian that fits in the palm of your hand will go bananas and chew your fingers off, right? A hamster will bite you. A cute, cuddly hamster will gnaw on your toenail if you let it get too close. Fish will attack you if they're hungry. But, it not necessarily means, like movies make everything worse. They make all these animals horrifying to us. They scare us in movies, right? But the reality is, it ain't like that. I'm still here somehow. I'm more scared about the black widow outside or the freaking mosquitoes that keep biting me. These guys are rotten, those dirty little mosquito freaking sons of mother fathers. So, yeah. Polar bear? Polar bear would probably bite you. It's still a bear, and the only part of the polar part is just because it's in cold. Still a bear, big freaking bear, but a baby cub bear probably would play with you. I don't see why not. Again, if a polar bear seems threatened, it'll probably attack, but otherwise I can't see it messing with a human. And most animals have evolved now to stay away from humans unless they're domesticated. I don't know. A grizzly bear, I think they can both grow about the same height. The polar bear, again, is only called polar because it's out in the ice cold area. Grizzly bear is usually in the forest where it's warmer. It's still a bear. Similar, I think they're pretty much the same species. They're not the same as, say, a koala bear. That's not even a bear. I don't even know why they call it that. But as far as like I don't know, like the largest ones, I know that there are like stories of like really oversized, bears. But if you think about going back to like the Gigantopithecus era, there were spiders that were the size of, a Volkswagen bus. A short-faced bear. I don't know if these are things that you're finding on the internet. I've never heard of that before. I would just say it's a bear with a short face. I don't know if it's actually called a short-faced bear. That's it. So you got to be a zoologist to know all this kind of fun stuff. I kind of limit my degree to primatology, which is the study of primates. Bear is not quite a primate, although it should be, but its claws, it doesn't have an opposable thumb, and even though it can stand bipedal, you would think it would have some primate genes in it. Somehow it still drops down to all fours. Apes go on all fours as well, but they do have the ability to stand upright. The gibbon that I was talking about can actually walk and run bipedal. So it's close to a human being, but chimpanzee brain power is much closer to human DNA, I guess. I guess I don't see any more ones on here, so I guess we can switch to number 2. If a 1 pops up, we can certainly paint it. I'm looking up in the sky up here to see if maybe there's ones where the sun or this light source is coming from, but I'm not seeing that. All right, so we'll switch to number 2. We'll wipe off our paintbrushes and switch to number 2. Start working our way out. Let's see, how is this? This guy washed off? That guy's washed off, okay. So number 1 and number 2 don't look all that different. This is number 1. And this is number 2. It looks like it has maybe a little bit more yellow in it. Really kind of hard to tell. A little bit more yellow in this kind of peachy color thing. Short-faced bear. They should have called it the large-faced bear. If it's omnivore as well. Nice. Yeah, that wasn't born back then. I couldn't tell you. But I can tell you there's number 2s lurking by. Oh yeah, that one's going to require, this is going to be a sunlight thing. So I'm going to switch to big paintbrush for this guy. I'm also going to flip the canvas upside down. So we're going to go into Stranger Things for a moment because these 2s are up in this range. So we're going to start over here. Start painting these larger areas here. If I were you, I'd write a report on all these animals. You know, try not to plagiarize, of course. I know it's kind of hard nowadays. Everyone's just doing everything with Chat GPT and such like that, but it's taking away the human brain from evolving when you use Chat GPT and AI type of stuff. Granted, we've all become lazy. Don't want to do anything anymore. But pretty soon, AI, if that's not already doing it, is going to take our paint by numbers away. I'm sure it already is. Gosh knows it's taken most everything away. I just watched a movie on YouTube, on the free YouTube movies, that was all AI. It had Brad Pitt, it had Tom Cruise, it had Sylvester Stallone, it had Clint Eastwood. Of course, they were all younger. But you know, you can't put a young Clint Eastwood in with a modern day Tom Cruise because they're like 40 years apart. Well, this movie did it. And it was all done with AI. And it just totally, I mean, it was a cool movie. It was a good action flick, but I don't even remember the name of it. I'm not going to quote it. But the fact that even movies, just about 99% of the commercials that are on TV now are all AI. You know, they've gotten a lot better with the 5 fingers and 16 toes and, you know, smushed faces in the background. They become a lot more realistic, you know, in their, however AI is generating this crap. That, you know, people aren't going to want to make movies anymore because they're too expensive. And you can just make an AI movie on your phone nowadays. You know? Can't believe anything you see, like especially on the news. Things that you want to purchase, like, you know, from your websites where you purchase stuff, everything's AI on there. It's so bizarre. You know, at this point in our lives, we need a UFO to land. We need this to happen, you know? Can't stop. We just have to stop talking about it. We have to actually have it happen now. Yeah, movies kind of suck now. Like I said, they've kind of done everything. You know, they've got like 7, you know, different versions of the same movie. Like, what are we on Mortal Kombat right now? Probably like 26 or 87. Who knows? You know, I mean, just like Deadpool is up to what, 3 or 4 now. Batman, every Batman. The Star Wars, you know, that Star Wars originally was supposed to be a trilogy. You know, you had Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, and Empire Strikes Back. That was it. That was the end of it. It was written as a trilogy. But what are we at right now? We have so many spin-offs, especially when Disney bought it, that it's ridiculous. It is just ridiculous. You know? I mean, it's cool if you want to emphasize the characters like your Mandalorian. That's a whole little, human race or robot race of bounty hunters, and you want to, break down different Jedi and have individual stories of different people before they were zapped by a laser or taken out by a, what are their swords called? Lightsaber? Yes, right? So they even have a series on Jabba the Hutt where it's about Jabba the Hutt's family. They made it into a, I don't freaking know, it's so retarded. Yes, and I mean retarded in the cooking sense of the word, not in the human sense of the word. It's so lame. If you're offended by the R word, well, I feel sorry for you. Wake up and enjoy the world. If you've ever been to Real Talk Champ and you've been to my website or you look at the majority of my videos, there is a little picture on there that says that I am fluent in potty mouth. Now, I do my best to not swear when I'm doing painting or building kits, but poop happens. It does happen, and I say words that do offend people, and they unsubscribe because they're offended. If you're offended by anything in 2026, almost 2027, you need to get out more. That's just my 3 cents. All right, so these twos are tiny. That two is probably the largest area. So I can flip us back over, go back to painting the little number twos. I'm about to go number 2 just on this number 2 here. There's a number 2 right here. Here's a number 2. This one looks like an arrowhead. I thought I heard a Sammy, but I think most likely it was a ghost. Sometimes those ghosts like to mimic Sammy's sounds. Throws me off. Jurassic Park movies were made by Michael Crichton. I'd read the book. If you haven't read the book, Michael Crichton wrote Congo, he wrote Jurassic Park, Timeline. I just watched Timeline again for the first time in about probably 10 or 15 years. That one featured Paul Walker, if you remember Paul Walker in the Fast and Furious movies, although he was super young in this one and not Fast and Furious yet. Timeline was a really good Back to the Future type movie. Time travel is what I'm thinking of. Timeline. Jurassic Park, those were good. Like the first one was good. The second one, and then they spun off on that, and they're still making Jurassic Park. Like they need to stop making all these sequels. They truly ruin films when they make multiple versions that should not be made. It's ridiculous. There's a number 2. Let's keep looking through here. Any more number 2s hiding around? Looking. Here's a number 2. Looks like a little shrimp. You ever been bitten by a shrimp? I don't mean a peeled shrimp and sauteed or barbecued shrimp. I mean an actual shrimp in the ocean. It looks like a little lobster, a little crawdaddy. They could bite. They don't normally eat human, but imagine a shrimp being the size of a jumbo jet. There's a movie you could make. Jumbo shrimp. Coming to a theater near you. Jumbo shrimp. Watch it take out a small city in Denver. Jumbo shrimp. It is so hot in this room. Here's a number 2 up here. Any more number 2s? Yeah. Now, what do you consider an older movie? Give me your top 5 of your personal favorite older movies. I'm sure there's number 2s around here. Yep, there's one here. Let's take some of this paint off here. There's a 2 right here. This is a highlight that's in some of the jungle plants here. This is not even on one of the apes. This is shining through this jungle plant. Let's see, Batman, The Dark Knight, Jurassic Park 1, The Thing, Saving Private Ryan, Blade Runner. Yeah, Blade Runner falls into definitely one of my favorites. The first Blade Runner, not the second one, although the Ryan Gosling one wasn't that bad, but the first one was definitely much better. That's what turned me on to Vangelis, the guy that did the music in that. I fell in love with that style of music. Still to this day, listen to it to fall asleep. Saving Private Ryan was pretty darn good. If you sat through the whole thing, there were parts of it that were ungodly slow. But that's one of your all-time kind of like patriotic, and that's a fun one. A fun one because of all the actors, all the cameos and stuff. Yeah, the second one, the second Blade Runner, like I said, with Ryan Gosling was okay. It was interesting. The AI type of CGI they added to it. It was cute. Interesting concept of him and his AI girlfriend, I guess. But yeah. It had some stuff in there that was, and then bringing back your old Deckard, bringing back Deckard as the older elite, Blade Runner. You Blade Runner. Yes. All right, still looking for, here we go. Number 2 up in the trees up here. Okay. 300. Oh, the Spartan movie. Not the Meet the Spartans, which was hilarious, but yeah, the 300, the Spartan movie, but they made it like a cartoon. They added like cartoon-like stuff to it. But if you remember the first Lord of the Rings movie that came out in the 70s, and came out in the late 70s or early 80s, that one was the same type of art style as the 300 Spartan movie. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't the same artists that were doing it. But I saw that first Lord of the Rings movie. It was like 4 hours long. I think when I was probably like 8 or 9 years old. That freaking thing was a long time ago. There's a 2 all the way up here. Anything else? There's a 2 up here. Looking. Well, that's the same thing. Lord of the Rings is the kind of thing like they, you had a trilogy that started Lord of the Rings. There was only supposed to be 3, but now they're up to like 87 Lord of the Rings, just like Jurassic Parks and everything else. Once it becomes a franchise type of thing and it spins off into 87 directions to learn about, like they have the movie just on the Golem, right? Just on the Golem. So like all these spin-offs, like come on, just bring it back to focus. It's about focus. But yeah, they know things that are going to make money that people are still going to buy into. Look at all the freaking zombie movies and vampire movies and werewolf movies, and oh my gosh. You can't go another year without coming across your traditional horror movies: Frankenstein, Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Who else do we got? You've got your Draculas. Although I've seen some pretty cool Dracula movies within the last couple of years. I mean, some spectacular ones actually, but they don't call them Dracula. Like one movie's Vlad the Impaler, based off of the actual first guy. Well, there were 3 Vlad the Impalers back in 1200 AD. She likes the first Jaws movie. Blade. Wow, Blade. That was with Wesley Snipes, right? Blade, where he's a vampire hunter. Van Helsing, another vampire hunter. And there's another one that's got like 10 or 15 movies based on that one. Van Helsing. That was a good one. I like that one. It puts it in the horror genre, but I didn't find it scary, like jump scare kind of horror flicks. I'm still looking for number 2s on here. I used to podcast all this stuff. I don't know why they call it podcast. Our podcast literally means archived video. So if you ever see what a podcast, they say it's a podcast, but it's actually a live stream. It's not a podcast. Podcast just means archive video. I got a buddy that does podcasting, and I'm like, it's more fun doing live stuff, bro, and then letting it archive on YouTube. Then you can just label it as a podcast if you want. That's what I have. I've got like 42 episodes I made during COVID that were live streams, but had video games in the background. And then we had a group of people all talking about random stuff. Our best show was Paranormal Thursdays, which I really want to start again. I dig talking about fantasy and paranormal and UFOs, ghosts, monsters, all these kind of fun things, as well as movie influences and such. I think it's a hoot. And have other people chatting with you, making it entertaining is cool too. But I know there's tons of podcasts and live channels that talk about these things. I mean, you can't get past Joe Rogan without talking about at least ghosts one day. Let's see, what do we got? Looking for number 2. Looking for number 2 in all the wrong places. Jaws, you still here? A League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Okay, so you've seen that. Have you seen Wanted? With Angelina Jolie and so many other good people in there. That's a similar type of thing, yeah, of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. They're MI6, like elite type of special forces people. But they have superpowers, right? So they're like X-Men kind of. I mean, that's all kind of in the same genre of that fantasy kind of superhero type stuff. So I'm trying Trying to think of some of the things that recently have come out. Like Paul Rudd in Ant-Man. He brought comedy to it, and that was funny. Of course, Ryan Reynolds brought comedy to Deadpool, even though those were violent movies, but they still had comedy with them. Oh, The Rock. Welcome to The Rock. Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage. Right, bro? Yeah. That was a pretty good film, though. When it first came out, I saw that in the movie theater where this Special Forces elite team that feels that they were cheated during the Gulf War go off on a rampage, steal nuclear rockets, or they steal nuclear chemical materials. They take over Alcatraz, and it takes two guys, a guy was like MI6 special ops, Sean Connery, who's been in prison for the rest of his life. They break him out of jail because he's the only way that supposedly escaped Alcatraz, and Nicolas Cage, who's a nuclear biochemist, right? Black Hawk Down, based on reality. Karen Cully says The Blob. There you go. Now, and they've made The Blobs, obviously, they've modernized that movie, The Blob, but the one that came from like the 40s or 50s, or God knows when the first time The Blob came out. Here's a fun one. Don't let the blob crawl all over you. The Blob. How many James Bond movies? Well, you have to go back to The Saint. The Saint was basically James Bond in the beginning. And that was what, I don't know if that goes back to the 50s. But you had like the whole Saint series. James Bond series, oh my God, well, you think of how many different James Bond. As many James Bond is probably as many Batmans. Because you've had Ben Affleck as Batman. You've had, oh my God, Christian Bale as Batman. You've had, who's that freaking comedy guy I can't think of right now that was in Multiplicity. You've had so many different Batmans, so you've had so many different James Bonds. I mean, before Sean Connery, I don't remember the guy's name, but let's see. Which, you said Steve McQueen was in The Blob? Or which one, Karen? A lot of people got their starts in a lot of those B movies. You know, if you think about it, if you go back and watch some of these B movies that these actors that are hot today were just young, people getting their startups or background, people doing background stuff. In fact, you guys probably have the internet somewhere in your palm of your hand or next to you, right? I just watched Universal Soldier 2 days ago. It came back on YouTube. I saw that one in the movie theater, Jean-Claude Van Damme. And what's the other guy's name? Holy monkey. They have a movie coming out, Dolph Lundgren. They have a movie coming out called Dolph, which is a documentary on his life. I guess he survived cancer, which is a good thing. But you have like the internet in the palm of your hand, so I have something for you to look for on the internet. Of course, I can't get him. He's one of our moderators, but I want you to look up the name Jesse Hyman, Heiman. Look up that name. And while you're looking up that name, I cannot find any more number 2s. So I'm going to switch from number 2 to number 3, which again is really not that different. That's number 2. This is number 3. That looks like it has a little bit more peach color in it. I'm not sure how well it shows up on the YouTube. YouTube has a tendency of, I can see when I look at the monitor right here. It throws the pigment off a little bit, but it's more of a peach color with my human eyes than it is with the camera picking it up. What does it say? He's an American actor. Yeah, look at some of the things he's been in. While I wash off this paintbrush. Yeah, if I could text him right now, I would, but I think it would end my live stream if I tried to do something on my cell phone. We'll try it. I hate for this to happen, but let's see what happens if I minimize this. If I lose the live stream, I'll start another live stream and just make it a part 2. I don't. Man, I cannot zoom this thing out. This is so lame. So lame. There's got to be a way to zoom out. Makes no sense to me. I don't understand it. Oh, come on, come back. Says we're live. There we go. Okay, so we went out, of course, because I had to use my phone. We lost connection for a little bit there. Hopefully you all come back. Y'all come back now, you hear? Y'all come back now. We're back live streaming. Working on number 3 here. All right, number 3. Okay, I'm gonna flip the canvas over just so I can get the large number 3 area here. And then we'll flip it back around and go back to normal. So here's number 3. Okay, just barely different than number 2. Let's see. On there, I found a number 2 right there. Luckily, this number 3 isn't that different, so. Okay, let's take it all the way around here. See here. Yeah, he was in Spider-Man. Like right when the bully throws a punch at oh my God, what's the actor's name that was in that one? That's the first Spider-Man that we started seeing. I can't remember his name. You see Jesse in the background there. He's been in so many movies and TV shows, and if you ever watched that TV show Chuck, when he used to be on, he was like one of the employees in the background of that TV series Chuck. That was pretty hilarious. Talk about a superhero. Okay. Kind of went out on the lines on that one. Number 21. Ooh. Didn't really give me a lot of paint on this one. So this is number 2 there. There's a number 2 here. Okay, let's see. Here's a number 3. Looking for number 3s. This is all number 3 over here. Except that's 17 in here, so it's not all number 3. This is number 3 right here. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to @RealTalkChimp. Where not only you get to watch me paint little areas, we talk about whatever tickles your totem pole. For the most part, unless you're racist like Roscoe over there. We don't talk about that stuff though. Because what's the first rule of Fight Club? Exactly. We don't talk about racist things. What's the second rule of Fight Club? We don't talk about politics or religion. What's the third rule of Fight Club? If you have popcorn, you have to share with the whole class. Oh, those aren't the rules of Fight Club? I'm sorry. Those are my rules? Yeah. Those are Real Talk Chimps rules, not Fight Club rules. I could have stayed with the larger paintbrush on this number 3, but it's okay. I can still use this medium one. Just remember there's like number 17, number 21 here. Welcome back. If you got disconnected from the stream, that was my mistake. I tried to send a text message while live streaming on the phone. It did not work. It bumped me off the stream, but I think it paused the stream, so I didn't have to do a part 2. So I think we're good. Everyone just has to turn around and come back. Hopefully they come back. So we're working on number 3s here. I just found a little Pac-Man. Pac-Man! I used to run a live show on my podcast section. You'll see if you look into the playlist called Real Talk. On Saturday, I think it was Saturday and Sunday, Real Talk, but it was REELTALKCHIMP, Real Talk, where we talked about movies, music and TV, and fishing. Because one has nothing to do with the other, but it is something that you would talk about if you were fishing. So why not? Fortunately, that show didn't last very long as I kept getting hit by copyright strikes. I had to shut that one down. That was a complete shame. Let's see. I got a 3 over here. Got a 21 sitting right there. I think we could flip the canvas over now. Let me see if there's any more 3s down here. This is such a cluster of small numbers that it's kind of hard to tell what everything is over here. Flip the canvas over here. Give you an idea what we're working on here. This is the painting that I'm working on, which is called Adventure of a Lifetime. It's 4 chimpanzees dancing in the jungle. It's item number 50-40-LZ10169. Okay. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to @RealTalkChimp. Would be greatly appreciated. We're currently on number 3. Okay. Oh, I just saw another number 3 over here somewhere. I just lost it. Son of a monkey. Looking for the number 3. Looking. Where is the number 3? We have ways of finding you, number 3. At the moment, I don't know what those V's are, but we'll look. Oh, there is a number 3. Very small little spot. A very small little spot. Any more? Another very small little spot. Any more? Where are you, number 3? Hello? Right here. Oh, we stuck our hand right in that. Thank goodness that was dry. Right up here. Weird shape. Uh-oh. Oh. I think that's a 17 or 11. Right there. I covered that up by accident. There's a 3 up at the top. Right here. Let's see, here's a 3 right here. Holy mother of monkey sauce. Who do we got watching the live stream right now? Are you there? Breaker 19, Breaker 19, is anybody there? Watching the live stream? Or maybe you're watching this back as an archive video on YouTube. If you just heard me say who's watching right now, you can type a message. Say, I am. I'm watching. Me, me. I was during the number 3 segment when you were searching for number 3s. That was I. That was me. Sitting up in a tree. Whew. Roasty toasty in this room. Okay. Just kind of washing off paintbrush. Not ready to change yet, but I'm just always kind of, especially when the paintbrushes get all mucky muck, they need to be washed down. In the land of the mucky muck. Agua. Agua, I need some agua. Wait, who's that? Is that you, Jason? Yes, it's me. I'm just hanging out with you watching. You don't have a problem with me watching you, do you? As long as you're watching me paint, bro. Because you're sitting there in the corner, all martial artist out, then you're freaking me out a little bit. It's fine, I won't attack you or anything like that. I just want to watch you. I'm also watching that ghost that's right behind you right now. There's a ghost behind me? Dude, no bueno. No bueno. That's okay. If I gotta take him out with my martial artsy ways, then I'll gotta do it. Alrighty there. Let's go back to painting right now, shall we? Let's cover up that number dose. All right. That's a 12. Let's see if we can find any more 3s. If we can't find any more 3s, we will move on to number 4. Looking, here is a little number 3 right here. Oops. Bumped the canvas and did not paint what I wanted to. Number 3. Right there. Got a lot of number 6s that look just like number 8s. That doesn't help. Looking for the number 3. Yeah. Hello, Gabriella Navarro, 7047. Hello. Hello, Clarice. So good to see you again. Let's see here. Looking to see if we can find any more number 3s. Can you see the Chimpy McChimpertons? Here is a number 3. Okay. If you're just joining us, we did lose connection for a little while, but we have come back, I promise you. So there's going to be a gap in the live stream. I think it hit around the 1 hour and 32 through 35-minute mark, possibly. We went out, yes. It is excruciatingly hot today, at least 110 degrees outside, about 90 degrees inside. So I am sweating up a storm, drinking as much water as I possibly can to stay hydrated, which you should be too, especially if you are in a hot environment. Find shade immediately. Turn your internet on and watch Real Talk Chimp live stream paint by numbers of crazy chimpanzees dancing. Because that right there is all the entertainment you need for the day. I promise you. Plus, you get a little knowledge about primates and movies. People chat and we talk about crazy things or fun things. I mean, who doesn't love watching paint dry, grass grow? Who doesn't love it? Watching art being created right in front of your eyes of dancing chimpanzees. Another postcard from chimpanzees, and everyone is addressed to me. Another postcard for chimpanzees. If you're ever a Bare Naked Ladies fan, then you would have enjoyed another postcard from chimpanzees. I don't remember when that came out. Sometime in the mid-2000s, I think. Good one. I should sing that at karaoke on Wednesday. I think I actually uploaded in one of my YouTube playlists of karaoke. There's a couple of different Bare Naked Ladies songs that I sang. And another postcard from chimpanzees was certainly one of them. Okay, we're looking for number 3s in all the wrong places. So I think since I am not seeing any more number 3s, I'm sure they are there, I'm just not seeing them. We'll switch over to number 4. Okay. Well, hello, Sam. Hi, Sammy. Meow. Sammy says he wants to go sit outside in the 110 degree temperature because he's not Looney Tunes or anything. Sam, I am sweating up a storm up here, bud. We open that door, it's going to be like opening up a furnace. I'm using all my paper towels to dry me off, not my paintbrushes. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. All right, so this is a major change in color pigment from number 3 to number 4. Here was number 3, this peachy color. And number 4 is like a fiery orange. We're going in banana land here. So number 3 over to number 4. It's like a brick, almost a brick orange, brick red. She's a brick house. Okay, so let's find some number 4s. Start down in the bottom left. Look around. Or jump around. Jump around. Jump, jump, jump up and get down. Do we have any 4s? So it looks like number 4 color is, looks like their ears. Okay, let's go over here to number 4. See if we can find any 4s up yonder. I don't see any 4s, so that's not it. Let's see, we got a 4 in an ear right here. Okay, we have a 4 right here. What else do we have? Any more 4s? Holy mother of monkey jello, it is hot. course, when we come to winter time, I'll be saying, "Holy Mother of Monkey Jello, is it cold?" Here is a 4, but be careful because there is a 5 right next to it. And another 19 here. Okay. Let's see. Any more number 4s out here? Looking up in the sky. Any 4s out yonder? No. Anybody out here? Here's a 4 right on an ear. That was right on an ear. Let's take a look at that picture again. Okay, so we did that ear. This is 2 ears. Why am I not seeing the number 4 here? Oh, here it is. There's 1 ear. Where's the other number 4? It's got to be right here. Okay. This guy's got 2 ears. Number 4, it's got to be this one right here. Nope. This paint is super thick. Well, hello, little monkey. Hello, little monkey. Okay. Any more number 4s? Ooh. That may be it. Is there anything up there? I think it's just the ears. The ear has multiple colors. That ear. There's a tiny, tiny bit of a number 4, but I don't see it up there. So unless I painted over it, that can it be? So it must be number 5, which is a brighter color than this. So let's keep looking for number 4s. If not, we'll switch to number 5 and come back to number 4 if we need to. I don't see any more number 4s. There's no number 4s down below or up above. So I think that was it. I think just the number 4s were in the ears. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots of number 4. Possibly right here. Okay, so now we can just switch right to number 5. That was very fast on number 4. If number 4 pops up elsewhere, which I don't see it in the reference, so that may just be it. Okay. So number 4, to switch to number 5, number 5 seems to have a little bit more reddish in it. This is more of your fiery orange. Number 4 and number 5, just a muted version of number 4, maybe a little bit more pink. And this one, not very much, not very different. Definitely a little bit more pink than your orangish red number 4. Okay, if you're just joining us, please consider hitting that like button, share out Real Talk Chimp with your friends and family. Subscribe to the channel if you like this type of stuff. Okay, so we're looking for number 5s. Number 5 in the ear right here. Number 5 is the top of the ear. Yes, the canvas is moving because I'm pushing just a little too hard. canvas back a little bit. Here's a 5 in this ear right here. In this ear. And right here. Okay, up here. Let's see what else we can find. Number 5. Any more spots for number 5? Going once. Going twice. Something for number 5. It's waiting on the chest. A lot of browns and tans and grays. I don't know why they have gray on their chests. It don't make no sense. So I guess it's just their ears that have the red in it. Can't see that right ear, you can only see the left ear. Kind of see those ears over there. Don't see this red anywhere else on this image. All right, so I don't see any more number 5s. So unless it's hiding somewhere that my eyes just can't see, we'll switch to number 6. Okay, that was real fast. And again, another opposite spectrum here. Here's number 5. Here's number 6. We're starting to go into avocado kind of paint color. Avocado. So we're obviously in a foliage. A foliage. A foliage. Okay, so we're looking for number 6. Oh yeah, we've got number 6s for years down here. Okay. There's 8s and 9s and 6s that all look the same here. It's down here in the trees. Comments, suggestions, questions, answers. Chat with me. Keep me entertained while I try to entertain you. Because it's not all about just painting here. It's communication as well. You got a poor lonely chimpanzee that needs communication, or he'll revert back to ooh-oohs and ah-ahs. See, when you learn a language, but you don't use that language for a long time, you revert back to your indigenous language, which in my case are ooh-oohs and ah-ahs. and grunts that I learned to speak human. So I want to be able to speak human to you all. Although I have no problem speaking chimpanzee to you as well. Not really concentrating on the chimps right now. We're mainly concentrating on the forest around said chimps. These are the leaves coming off of this jungle plant here. Kind of like a fern or something like that. Mucky McMucker tins on my paintbrush here. I'm trying to take that off. Watch out for all the little numbers around here. Just found a number 3. Painting this megalodon shape right here. So number 3 is this color right here. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to @RealTalkChimp. That's RealTalkChimp. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Please help by watching the 4,000 watch hours that we need in order to get monetized. We've been not monetized for the past 6 or 7 years. Don't see it happening anytime soon. So we keep missing the window. And every time we miss the window, YouTube changes its policies. And they just changed their policies again. So we may never be monetized, which is fine. It is what it is. We do this for fun, for a hobby. Never meant to get paid. It does help with supplies and buying other kits and such, but it is what it is. That's why we don't, we try to upload content daily when we can. Family and work come first, because if we didn't work, we wouldn't be able to afford anything. Unfortunately, we can't live with our parents. It would be nice. So one of my parents lives in a jar. The other one lives in the ground. So I'm sure the rent is exorbitant. Is that an 8 or a 6? It's an 8. This is a 6 here. Didn't mean for that to get morbid so fast, but it is what it is. We live in reality, I think. You maybe not, but I do. Sometimes fantasy is much better than reality. Looking for any 6s down over here. Do you see any? I don't see any number 6 down over here. How about, there we go, there's a 6. Found another 3 and a number 2. Down here is a 6. Little hummingbird shape. Let's go back and paint those little ones that we saw. 3. 2. Back to the number 6. Oh. These 8s look like a 6, but they're not. There's a 3 up there. Just gonna take out that 3. Will I be able to find it again? That'll truly be a miracle. All right, back to looking for number 6s. I think the extreme heat and dehydration is making me fall asleep. Also, the lack of communication from you all is making me fall asleep. That's no bueno. Talk to me. What is on your mind? Does it happen to be chimpanzees? Or is it just on my mind? Do you need me throw poop at you to wake you up? I watched a very funny movie last night called Unleashed. I believe it came out in 2013, where this gal is an app designer, creating computer apps, and her boyfriend steals the app that she was working on, so she leaves Minnesota or whatever she's at. Before she leaves, she goes to like this pet store or whatever, this rescue, and gets a golden lab and a black and white cow kitty. She names the black and white cow kitty Ajax, and the golden retriever, blonde retriever, Summit. So she makes a wish because she can't find a boyfriend or anything. So she makes a wish one night on the supermoon to find guys that have the same temperament and outlook as Summit the dog and Ajax the cat, both guys, both male animals. And they come to life. And the reactions and the things that they go through, it's just like cavemen, watching cavemen touching things for the first time. It's what you would expect a human, or an animal, or a human seeing and touching things for the very first time. It's what you would expect. So it's hilarious, the things that they experience for the first time. And it's a free movie on YouTube right now in the free movies section. I highly suggest you watch it. If you like pets, you like puppy dogs and kitty cats, and you just like comedies. It's a romance comedy. It's a romantic, comedy, I guess they call it. A rom-com. And you'll know all the people when you see them, all the actors and cameo people and stuff that are in this. Some people from Saturday Night Live, some people from Comedy Central. Most of them are all from Comedy Central. But it's a cute and funny. It'll make you giggle. It may make you sad in a few spots, but it'll certainly make you giggle. Unleashed. There's several Unleashed movies. Some that are horror, but this one you got to look. I think it said it was 2013 or 2015. Look for the comedy version. That was fun. That was a fun movie to watch. All right, we're still on number 6s. Looking. Looking for number 6s. Alright, so the chimpanzees, so not going to be there. Those are number 8s. There's a number 6 at the way top up here, right by this 17. Little teardrop. Let's see what else. There's another number 6 at the very top, almost off the canvas. Let's see. No, that's a 3. I think we may be done with number 6s. At least the ones that we can physically see with our own eyes. I guess we could move on to number 7. If anything else pops up, we'll certainly paint it 1 through 7. But I'm gonna get another bottle of water, use the bathroom, the restroom, the toilet room. What do you call it? Why is it called the restroom? Why is it called the bathroom? Why is it called the toilet? Well, the toilet, okay. I will be back. Maybe I won't be back. There we go. Thanks, Sam. These gloves off, Sam. Let's clean up some of this mess here. Whew. Toasty. Back, Sam. Sam, tell them to like, comment, share, and subscribe to that Real Talk channel. That one, Sam. Hi, my name is Ricky. I am live streaming on YouTube at Real Talk Chimp. That's RealTalkChimp. We are doing paint by numbers from numberartist.com. It's Adventure of a Lifetime, 4 chimpanzees dancing, cheering in a jungle scene. Item number 50-40-LZ10169. So that's what we're currently working on right there. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll get cracking. Let's get some more gloves here. And remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on all social media. So we were gonna switch from number 6 to number 7. So here's number 6, which is this light avocado, and here's number 7, which is kind of a weird looking green. I don't know what that is. We're still working on the jungly area. We haven't gone back to the chimpanzee yet. So start in the bottom left. Look for number 7s. Here's a number 7. Definitely different than number 6. Here's a number 7. This is probably a type of color that will bring the picture to life. Or there's a vibrant green. Yeah, the color of this foliage. Wow. Sam? Sam, are you vocalizing? Tell us what's going on, Sam. I think I just found a number 6. So let's pull our number 6 paint out as well. Let's make sure we've got audio. Do we have audio? I just found a number 6. We do have audio. We are live streaming. Sam? Are you stuck to something? Okay. I've got a yelling monkey cat. I will be right back. Let me go find out what's going on with this guy. Be right back. Sam? What's wrong? You see a ghost? What's wrong, Sammy? What's wrong? go outside? Really hot out there, Sam. You want some cookies? You just needed to be brushed. Needed some attention. I'll open the door for you, but it is really horribly, extremely hot out. Just for you, because you're the king of all podcasts, we will keep the door open for you. Somebody just needed some love. Somebody just needed some love. Said, you're spending too much time on that painting. You must snuggle with Sam. All right. So we're working on number 7s. Imagine there's only 1 or 2 number 7s. That seems really odd. But it has happened before. Yeah, I'm really having a tough time trying to find a number 7 on this canvas. Can't believe there was only, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots? This cannot possibly be right. There we go. Here's a number 7. Sounded like a delivery at the front door, not for me, but for somebody else that lives in my building. Don't know if you heard that. Cover up the number 6 here. Okay, here's this. I think Sammy's talking to a pigeon, so I can hear him vocalizing outside. He talks to the bees out there as well. It's fascinating. He's a very chatty monkey. Oh, I may be done with number 7s. Meow, meow. Meow, meow. What's going on, little monkey? Hot out there, huh? Sammy, can you tell everyone to like, share, comment, and subscribe to @RealTalkChimp? Pretty please, with cookies on top. Macau? Sure. Oh, that breeze feels wonderful. Holy monkey jello. Jessica! Yay! There's a Pikachu right over here. Hey you, turn this way. Turn this way, right there. Right there. Pika pika, pika pika. Oh, water. I like water. Water's good. Pika pika, pika pika. What are you doing? What are you painting up there? Hey, you're painting up there, aren't you? What are all these chimpanzees doing? There should be a bunch of Pikachus in there, not chimpanzees. Bad chimpanzee. Bad. You know what everyone should do? They should like, comment, share @RealTalkChimp with their friends and family, and subscribe to the channel. They should do those things. Pika pika, pika pika. We'll just hang out right here. Get it? What was I doing? Oh, that's right. I was trying to paint a picture here. That's right. Number sevens. So I think we're done with number sevens because I don't see any more number sevens anywhere. Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times. Going 17, 4,008. Okay, I don't see any number sevens. Oh, that's fine because number 8 isn't that different. So let's see. Yeah, we haven't seen you in a while, Jessica. We were curious. We were curious that the Jessica had gone astray. All right, so this is what we're painting. Champies, chimpy champies, chimpy, 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 chimpy champies, champies in a jungle. Jungle scene, there are champies, chimpy, 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 chimpy champies. That's what I'm working on. All right, so number 7. Number 8 is obviously a little bit darker and possibly brighter. Darker and brighter, if that's possible. But still in the green range. Oh yeah, oh hell yeah. And not only that, Jessica, it's like I've got this wrought iron type of thing that I found. There's one guy where I was living at. He was a welder. And I designed this thing on paper that has a chimpanzee face. You've probably seen it if you watched any of the live streams that we made back in 2020. From 2020 to 2023, the room that I was live streaming in, on the back behind me, there was the antique when we were playing Red Dead. Right above it, there was this wrought iron thing that said Real Talk Chimp, and then had a face of a Real Talk Chimp, and then it was all in neon. I had it outlined all in neon and RGB, like an RGB, I can change the colors of it. Obviously, where I'm at right now, I have no place to put it, but when I move to my next location, I will hopefully have a wall that I can put that back up. I just found a number 6. We're on number 8, but I'm going to go back and paint this number 6 real quick here, because that's what kind of happens to us when we switch colors, suddenly one that we didn't do pops up. So right here is a number 6, and right here is a number 6. Any more number 6 gonna pop up? Yeah. I couldn't find these before for some reason, because my eyes weren't locking onto them, but now they're popping up. All right, well, no, that's number 8. Okay, so at least we found a couple of those, and we'll switch to number 8. So we're working on basically the jungle around us here. So we'll start in the bottom left here. Here's number 8 right here. One of these jungle leaves. Oh my Lord, I can't see that. Oops. I think it's a number 6. Alright, this paint brush is a little crunchy. Let me loosen it up a little bit, clean it off. Let's get this number 6 that just popped up again. Hey Sam, be careful. It's like 110 degrees outside, and Sammy is having the time of his life. I cannot figure out this cat. This guy's a Norwegian forest cat. You'd think up in the mountains of cold, snowy temperatures. This dude's out there in 110. I walk out there and I immediately catch on fire. Yeah, I can't do that. That's too hot for me. You know what? Find me a Pikachu. I'm sure there's probably one out there. Paint by numbers kit, and I will buy it. And I will paint it. And I will send it to you. And you will put it up in your game room. There's a number 6 right here. Let's see, number 6, number 6. Did I find a number 6 somewhere else? These are all number 8s and 9s. What is that? I gotta look at the magnifying glass. I cannot tell what this is. These are number 8s. Number 8s. Some of them, they just don't print well and they look like number 6s. Okay. So we'll go back. If number 6 pops up, we'll paint it. Let's go back to number 8. Let's see. We had a fun discussion. So my live stream stopped for about a minute or so. Lost all the viewers. We had a good movie discussion. We were talking about movies and animals. All kinds of fun stuff for a good hour of the live stream, and then my lost internet. I'm expecting to lose power at any second with the extreme heat that we're experiencing. And isn't that always the way it goes? How do you bump off your humans? On an extremely hot day, you shut the power off. Because that makes perfect sense. Then you knock off most of your population, at least your elderly. Real shame. My power went out on Monday and was out all the way till it was Friday. I was working off the generator. If you do have a generator, and you haven't used it in a while, make sure if it's fuel, you have fuel for it, or if it's solar or plug-in power, make sure it's charged. There's a little 6 right there. A little 6. A little? Very little. So let's do this one. Where did I see that little 6? Right here. Tiny. Over to number 8. Hey, monkey. Sam? This guy went chasing somebody into the bushes. Either a bird, a lizard, a snake, a monster, I don't even know. But he's crazy. He does crazy cat things. Totally kilo. We're on number 8. We are on number 8 right now, but in a moment here, I'm gonna have to go outside. Okay, you're back. What were you chasing out there? What were you chasing out there, Sam? Yeah? Did you get bit by a rattlesnake? No? Yes? Maybe so? Don't know? Okay. Yeah, so we're on number 8, which is this kind of thick green that I'm painting here. There's a lot of number 8s this here. So this is the back jungle area here. So I'll show you the picture of what we're doing. Yeah, he's a banana head. So here's that kind of dark green that we're working on back behind this particular chimpanzee. The first one here, working on this kind of dark green area in here. So, monkeys! They're chimps, but you know, you can definitely scream monkeys. I fully will attest to that, yes. Yeah, I figured, when I first started them, there was a total of 12 paintings. You can look in the arts and crafts, playlist, and you'll see that I had 12 paintings. This was the final painting. And I was gonna do this as a season finale type of thing. And then I realized I'm not doing TV and radio anymore. So I'm not exactly sure, but I've kind of run out of funds for the moment, so I've got to go back to work, and so that I can buy more model kits. And the last model kit I bought, which is the one that I just finished the other day, the 2-story Bridgeside Machia, that kind of broke me there. So I'm going to work a little bit and try to make up some capital so I can buy some more kits and some more paintings. So I've got a request for a silverback gorilla, obviously a request for the chimps, for yes, that is my channel, Real Talk Chimp, and I am a human hybrid chimpanzee. So yeah, so I want to buy some more kits, and I guess I could probably live stream. I only have Arc Raiders and Ghost Recon Wildlands on my PlayStation 5, so I haven't decided to buy anything new because everything's too damn expensive. So, and plus I run my channel is not monetized, so I'm doing all this for hobby's sake, not for money or anything like that. It's all for fun. I am not a professional streamer, but I play one on TV. No? Okay. But so I'm a real person, and real people who especially don't have parents to rely on have to go out and work for a living, and that's how we buy our toys. My toys happen to be paintings and stuff like that. Sarl Lapatel. Hello. Yes, it's all for the love of the sport. That's it. I don't accept tips or anything like that. I say if anybody wants to give tips to Real Talk Champ, give those tips to our moderators, the ones with the blue writing, like Jessica or Michael 0709, because they're the ones that deserve it. Real Talk Champ just does this for fun, purely for fun. I can't stop talking, especially because I'm a Real Talk Champ. I babble 24/7. This is my outlet for babblization. Whether it's painting or playing video games or playing with a cat, this is entertainment for me. If it entertains somebody else, lovely. Oop, running out of paint here. Let's put this on here. So these look like kind of like the shadows off of the paint, the things that I just did. The highlights off these plants. So it starts right here. Oh, look, a number 6 and a number 3. Wow. The number 3 is opposite of the other one. So let's try to grab this number 3 if I can find it again. There it is. There's that number 3 and then the number 6. This round. I mean, I would love to be able to do like advertisements again. I'd love to be able to do like promotions, voiceovers. I know AI is taking over everything, but it would sure be nice to be able to do some of that stuff again. All somebody has to do is just email the realtalkchimp@gmail.com. Send me a script. I've got my own recording studio. Pretty much, right? Pretty freaking much. I think the number 9s are going to be crazy. The 18s, the 16s, the ones that fill up the chimpanzees' bodies will be the most. So that'll probably be around part 2 or part 3 when we head that direction. The only thing we really did on the chimps so far here in this part 1 was just the highlights in their arms and faces, then the sunlight coming off the background out here. The sunlight that's coming through the jungle here that's highlighting these chimps. And then some of the earlier colors, 4 and 5, are these reds and oranges. They were just the ears, the colors shining through the ears. You know, you have that kind of red color when you have sunlight shining through your ear, you have that sort of reddish color. It's kind of what happened up there to those guys. Oh yeah, hang on a second here. All right. Come on, where are you? There you are. All right, now where, totally Kilo, where are you writing from? Where are you located? Where on the planet? I'm always curious on where the viewers are from. In case you missed that message and you happen to watch it back on the archived, you can post it in there. Appreciate you coming and hanging out, Kilo. Thank you. Before you leave, maybe check out some of the other fun goodies that I have on the other playlists. Jessica Pica Hart is certainly featured in quite a lot of our Red Dead Redemption, Red Dead Online videos, live streams, short videos. 'Cause she's a hoot. She's a hoot. She's a boota hoot. All a boota hoot. All right, this 8 goes this way. Crazy Wu-Tang clan kind of shape there. Those are all 9s, 9s. Here is an 8. So we didn't have very many 7s, but 8s. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Doesn't seem to like that canvas very well. Monkeys. I figured somebody would get a kick out of the fact that I've got chimpanzees that I'm painting here. Like, why didn't I start sooner on chimpanzees? I mean, I got figurines. Little figurines to paint. Little chimpanzee. There was a couple of years back in the 90s, actually the late 80s, where I worked for an effects shop, a special effects shop. And it was just for like a year. Can't tell you what the movies I worked on, but the guy that ran the effects shop, like every few months, he'd test us on our abilities and such. And he had one thing, he said, I want you to sculpt whatever you want. I want you to make a mold off of it, and I want you to flock it with hair and make the body silicone, whatever it is. Some people did monsters. Most people did monsters. But I made an orangutan. So what I did is I made an orangutan mother holding a baby. And it was about this size, about the size of this frame, but vertically. And so I sculpted it in clay. Then I hacked off parts of it so I could make it like an action figure. So there was an armature underneath. And then I molded it, made a mold off of it, and then I poured silicone so that I could make it flesh-like, feeling flesh-like. Then I airbrushed it, and I had an armature inside of it so you could move its arms and its fingers, because I wanted to make it like an action figure or a puppet, so it could be used, like in a film. And my next one was chimpanzee. I don't know what happened to it after that, but I miss those days of real life arts and crafts. Now, of course, I didn't buy all those materials, and those materials are very expensive. The Creature Shop had them, so I was able to use their stuff. So eventually, I couldn't take the thing home. I had to leave it there at the shop. I think it went up on the shelf with other stuff, with the ability to be able to use it if it was needed in a movie. And sure enough, what came along, you had Planet of the Apes, you had Tarzan, a couple of different Tarzans that came out, and I'm pretty sure the mother orangutan was featured in some of those. I just found a number 6 right here, so I'm gonna paint that number 6. I mean, I don't have any credit, like text credit on a thing for creature effect or anything like that, but just the whole shop usually has, and then your boss usually has the, I can't tell if this is a number 8 or a number 6. Oh, it's a number 8. They're both number 8s. They look like number 6s. Okay, well, poop. I don't need this paint. These are number 8s here. So working in a special effects shop, those are super fun. I mean, you still get other things you have to work on, It's more of, I used to find it as less of a job, even though they paid. Still got a paycheck. It was so much fun, especially learning new tricks and tools and things like that. Nothing that works in the real world, but if you want to make puppets, that's the way to do it, is to learn how to do that stuff. There are schools that teach that type of stuff. You have to find a school. Nowadays, everything's AI and CGI, so nobody really needs puppets anymore. Which is a real shame of dying art. Sammy says he'd be a puppeteer if he could. Right, Sam? Sammy, I told you it's really hot out there, bud. He's pooped out right next to me. Dick Pappy. just hit the 3-hour mark. My name is Ricky. I'm live streaming on Real Talk Chimp. That's RealTalkChimp. We're on YouTube, live streaming this paint by numbers kit, Adventure of a Lifetime from numberartist.com, item number 50-40-LZ10169. It's 4 chimpanzees dancing it up in the jungle, having a great time. An adventure of a lifetime. Live streaming on YouTube. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we'll get back to the shenanigan. Right now we're on number 8. We're painting this jungle here in the background of these 4 guys having the time of their life. I can tell you the story of this painting. It's all in the description. If you want me to tell you the story of the origins of this painting, you can let me know in the text, and I'll start babbling about it. Otherwise, I'm going to shush and just keep painting until I hear it from you. Till I hear it from you. That is right, the Goo Goo Dolls. I gotta go upstairs here and paint some of these 8s up here. So I have it on its side right now. Too much paint on this paintbrush. Roasty toasty. And I need to add some water in here. It's starting to get super thick. Well, I think it's cool that you can get these canvases just automatically framed, but I suggest you take it to a frame store and let them professionally frame it for you, because they stretch the canvas sometimes too far, and a lot of the stuff, detail gets lost. I don't know if people still put pictures on their walls. I don't know how the world works anymore. Guess you can let me know. Or does everyone just look at the pictures on their phones? Or they just put their TV up, put a screensaver on their TV, and let that be their window outward. Water. Okay, back to the grill again. It's roasty toasty. Definitely is a lot smoother when you add a little water in here. 6 right there. That's all I can see on the number 6. Back to the number 8s. Hello there, I'm back. Sage, the forekeeper. Hello there, Sage. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. I feel quite lonesome here, and I will stop talking if nobody talks to me. And since Sammy isn't vocalizing right now, I mostly talk to myself. Certainly a lot of number 8s. Oh, I just found a number 7. Let's do this number 7 right here. Where'd it go? Number 7, where are you? I saw you. Where did you go, number 7? Son of a monkey lover. There it is. That was it. Just a random number 7 that I missed. Back to number 8. This is another number 7. Let's get some water in here. Wait a second here. What? Why does it say we've only been live streaming for 1 hour and 30 minutes when I was just saw it at 3 minutes and 30? So my live stream stopped again? Damn it. You know, we've been live streaming for 3.5 hours, but it only says 1 hour and 30 on here, which means that my live stream stopped again. Damn it. Time code's all messed up. I think I may have been alien abducted. Just lost 3 hours of time. We started the live stream at 3:05 p.m. and it's 6:30 p.m. and somehow we've only been recording for 1 hour and 34 minutes. I find that hard to believe. So somewhere in lost 3 hours of this live stream. So this episode may be a part 1 and a part 2. I have to see what gets uploaded onto YouTube first, because we definitely lost 3 hours. And I don't know if it got eaten up or what when I lost connection. Painting that I did right before this one, before I did the Japanese building, was a waterfall scene in the Amazon. That came out beautifully. Oh, this isn't the Amazon. This is more like the North African jungle, where you would find chimpanzee amongst other primates. We're almost done for this part. So looking for these number 8s. Holy monkey. I think we may have finished all the number 8s. Number 9 is not that much different than the 8s. It definitely takes up a lot of space, like the number 8s. And there's 3 paint pods just of the number 9s. So we're going to be covering a lot of ground. I saw number 8 in here. Well, this whole thing is number 8. was way too thick. Weird shape. Meow. 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 Kick all those fleas off of you before you come in. Meow. 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 Hey, Sammy. What'd you step on there, bud? You getting into trouble? Sammy says trouble is my middle name. Kind of disappointed that we lost a 3-hour stream. Very disappointed we lost the unboxing, the tutorial. So I'm gonna have to do that on part 2. Meow. Meow. All right, I guess that's about it for today. I know it live stream, if you're just joining, it only says 1 hour and 52 minutes. That's a complete and utter lie. I started at 3:05 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is 6:48 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We lost internet connection sometime around 4 or 5 p.m. and I think it started the whole stream over again. So we lost the entire first 3 hours, unboxing, tutorial, everything there. So we'll just have to redo it in a part 2. We got a lot accomplished in this 4-hour stream, almost 4-hour stream. So, washing off the paintbrushes. But we did get up to paint pot 8, and usually in each of my parts I only go up to part 5. But some of these paints, there just wasn't any spots for them. But we'll come back and do a part 2 and paint some more of this adventure of a lifetime from numberartist.com, item number 50-40-LZ10169, 4 chimpanzees just having the adventure of a lifetime in their jungle. So yeah, I'm Ricky, live streaming on YouTube, Real Talk Chimp, that's RealTalkChimp. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace and chicken grease, everyone. All right, cool. It's getting there. 100%, but it's getting there. I mean, honestly.